Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to today's live stream. You're watching the live playthrough of Fly Away. This is a collaboration between ABG and Tuber. So my name is Seb and I'll be your host for today. We'll be playing Fly Away. The Kickstarter project for Fly Away is currently still live. So you can find the link on the description box below to back Fly Away today if you haven't. Before I go into the rules, let me just introduce to you our players for today. So we have quite a wide array of players from all over the world. So in the red, representing red color, we have Harvey. Harvey, would you like to say hello?
Hi. You hear me?
Yeah, we can. Okay, quick and simple. Representing yellow, we actually have another player who is facing a bit of a technical difficulty. So in the meantime, we actually have Wing Sun, who will be covering him for the time being. On the blue side, we have Ken. Ken, would you like to say hello?
Hi, I'm Ken from the Philippines.
All right. Yeah, and Harvey was from France, if in case he didn't mention. And last but not least, over on the green side of things, we have Daniel.
Hello everyone, I'm from Italy.
Okay, so let me head straight to the rules. So in this game, players are conservationists helping migratory birds along their autumn journey. So the objective of this game is to actually score the highest points possible. So that will happen, of course, with a few methods to actually trigger the end of the game. So just get straight into explaining that. So to end the game, the first player who actually scores 100 points will trigger the end of the game. The game will end immediately. Another method to trigger the end of the game is if a player actually saves 6 different birds, or if the foul play cards, the ones that you see right here, are actually exhausted. So the easiest way for me to explain the game is to go through the play steps on what happens each turn. So at the start of the game, each player will actually be drawing 2 winged cards. So every player will start with 2. And of course, the play step, there's 3 phases. There's the draw phase, the action phase, and the cleanup phase. So in the draw phase, what will happen is that each player will draw 1 winged card, and we will actually open up 1 foul play card. So we will resolve the foul play card immediately. Players could actually use squad cards to actually get rid of the foul play cards if there are availability to actually squawk it away. And of course, that's the end of the draw phase. Next, we'll be moving on to the action phase. So in the action phase, there is no actual guideline on which steps you have to use. So you kind of can play things as and when you prefer within all these various pointers that you see here. So you could be using winged cards. You could actually be using your bird powers. Or you can actually place three links on the map. I mean, you can do all of it, or you can do none of the winged cards or the bird powers, but just playing links on the map. So there is a specific rule in terms of playing links on the map. Let me just zoom in a bit on the links on screen here. So you can see that if you actually choose to play 3 links, the rule that you have to adhere to is that you would actually have to place links adjacent to your own links. So for example, if you have played a link from B3 to B8, your choices could be you can play a link upwards, you can play a link to the right, you can play a link downwards. No issues. You can play the second link that way and the third link correspondingly. If you would like to place your links in separate locations, the key thing is that you possibly would have to have links from before to continue playing the adjacent link rule. So that's one key rule for all players to take note of. So other than that, you could actually be using bird powers as mentioned and playing winged cards. If you manage to actually place the last link to complete a bird's migratory route, you would be able to save the bird. And of course, what happens when you actually save a bird? You get to score the points of the bird. Let me just bring up a sample bird here. So you will actually be scoring the 15 points that you see here. On top of that, for every link that you have placed in that route, you will score 1 point each. All other players who have managed to contribute links to the saving of the bird will also score 1 point per link. The key thing to take note when it comes to saving birds is that when we're actually tracking the routes of the bird, or the way that the bird is taking its migratory route, the route that the bird can take has to go from north to south. So for example, if I were to just zoom in a little here, if a bird is flying downwards, let's say from A5 to B14, a route that the bird can take is downwards, down here, and moving sideways to B14. That is a valid way to save the bird. However, a bird won't fly from A5 down to B8, going upwards to B4 and then heading down again. That is not a valid way for a bird to be saved. Okay, so other than that, as mentioned with regards to bird power, so you can actually play bird powers depending on what is mentioned on the card itself. So some birds actually allow you to play some power on your turn. Some of them happens on your opponent's turn, and some of them actually happens the moment you save the bird or at the end of the game. So for example, if you manage to save the spoon-billed sandpiper, you can see the use here says on each of your turns. So the bird power that you can actually use will be to place 1 bonus link. So other than your 3 links that you already can play on your turn as standard, you'll be able to play a 4th link as a result of this bird's power. So this is actually quite a powerful bird, and it scores you quite a healthy, handsome sum of points. So of course with that, we kind of reached the end of the rules. When birds are being saved, of course, we will have a last phase, which is the cleanup phase. So for whichever space that we have in the roosting area that is blank, we will draw new bird cards to replace them, and of course we will place the location marker separately to actually indicate which birds, what's the new route for birds. So as you can see, we have 3 different color of birds. So we have the white location marker, the purple, and the brown. So of course with that, we will have the game itself, so that the players will know where are the routes of the birds. And with that said, I think let's start the game. So could everyone actually draw 2 cards? I think we will just do that for you in terms of dealing 2 cards to each player. Okay, I think some players are already snatching Wingate cards. Okay, meanwhile, I will actually be setting up the very nice foul play deck. Okay, there's also one other thing that I haven't mentioned yet, which is this card that we are seeing here. It's called Catastrophe. When this card actually is on the top of the foul play deck, we will flip it first. The effect of Catastrophe happens in between players' turn, and Catastrophe will affect all players. So you kind of can't escape from it. So for the rest of the players, please, after you have drawn your 2 cards, keep your hands to yourself. Don't be revealing any of the foul play cards or the Catastrophe cards. Just give us a second while we actually place the location marker, and I'll be introducing the birds that we have first for you guys. So over at the white location marker, we have the Asian Rosy Finch. So this, you can see its power is at the point of saving this bird. If you actually have saved 1 other open country bird before saving this, you gain extra bonus 10 points. On top of the 10 points you will score by saving this bird. Over on the purple side of things, we have the Rufous-headed Robin. So this scores you 11 points. It has a bird power for each turn. You can actually swap one of your existing link with an opponent's link on the map. So it's kind of quite a powerful card. And on the brown side of things, we have the Dalmatian Pelican. This happens on an opponent's turn once every round, sorry. When another player discards a Wingate card from their hand, you can actually add it to your hold. Okay, there's another rule with regards to Wingate cards, and that is you can only have 5 Wingate cards in your hand at any time, unless there is a bird power that allows you to disregard it. Okay, since all the items have been set up, before I start the game proper, let me highlight one final rule, because this kind of is easier to explain when the links have been placed. So let me just zoom in a little bit and let's talk about, for example, the white location marker. Okay, in the event if let's say a player starts his turn and there's already a link, a migratory route for a bird, for example, for the white location marker A1 connecting all the way at the start of one of the player's turn, the route has already been linked up and that player actually has his or her link within that route. Instead of drawing a win kick card and a foul play card and taking the turn as per normal, you could choose to forfeit your turn, so-called forfeiting your turn, not drawing any of the cards, neither having the negative effect of the foul play card, and you can choose to save the bird, immediately scoring whatever points the bird gives you. On top of that, the points on link will happen as well. So if you have, depending on how many links you have there, each player will score corresponding amount of points based on the amount of links they've contributed to that migratory bird's route. So that is kind of the final rule, and that will kind of speed things up towards the end. So please take note of this rule, guys. And for those of you who are watching, there is actually a prize for today's winner, and the prize is actually that they will get 2 copies of their backed flyaway game will be sent to them free of charge, courtesy of Team Tuber. So may the best player wins. For us to select who will start the game, I'm just going to be interviewing everyone. So guys, for those of you who are here, when is your last encounter with a bird? The player with the most recent encounter with a bird will start. Ken, how about yours? When is your last encounter with a bird?
I don't have an actual encounter, but I saw one yesterday from the window.
Alright, you saw one yesterday, okay? So the time frame to beat is yesterday. Harvey, how about you?
I think it was it's older than that, maybe a few days.
Okay, so we still have Ken in the lead. Daniel, what about you?
I've seen a sparrow. It's a returning sparrow in my house. So I see him every day.
You see him every day, so the time frame to beat now is today, I guess. Can you still see the bird from where you're seated?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so I think nobody is going to beat you in terms of recent because you're still staring at the bird right now. So we'll let Daniel go first and we'll be going in clockwise order. So the turn order will be in green, red, yellow, and blue respectively. So Daniel, please draw your first winged card. And I'll be revealing the first foul play card. So what will happen is it's a major storm. So you can't actually squawk this card away. And the effect of this is that you cannot play a winged card this turn. That's all. So you can't choose to play a winged card this turn. But however, you can still place links as per normal. So Daniel, where would you like to link the birds? So we have quite an open map now, and I think the positions of where the birds are trying to migrate to seems like we have quite a bit of action. We have something in the north, something in the middle of the game, and something nearer to the south. So I think each player, they are taking their time to actually read the birds. Let me just show you guys over on YouTube some of the beautiful artwork. Let's take a look again on the Asian rosy finch. So this is a colorful, gracious finch of the Siberian open country and upland. And of course, given that it's from the Siberian open country, it actually migrates from Russia to South Korea. So we can see past its white route, it moves from up north here all the way down to South Korea. We have the rufous-headed robin, and of course this is little known colorful songbird of misty Sichuan mountains. So being from Sichuan, it actually migrates from central China to West Malaysia. And last but not least, our Dalmatian Pelican. This is a long build with a messy hairdo, as you can see on the artwork. It's among the largest water bird in the world. Wow, I didn't know that before this. So while playing the game, you get to learn facts about birds. I mean, it's always a good plus point when you get to learn things from games. Okay, Daniel, have you decided where you would like to place your links? You can place up to 3 of it, and the key is
Yeah,
you have to place it adjacent to each other. So which way?
I'm actually trying to move the Dalmatian Pelican.
Okay, so where would you like to place your links? If you have difficulty placing it, no worries, just let us know. We can help you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm having difficulties at positioning the links.
So is this where you're intending to put it downwards?
Exactly.
Okay, and your second link continuing the route downwards or sideways?
Yep, exactly.
Downwards, okay.
No, yeah, towards exactly.
This side or to the right? Is this right?
Yep.
And the third one, straight down?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
You
Yeah,
think so?
towards
Towards
C3.
China? Towards C3? So let's just have a little review of what's happening here. So Daniel have decided to move straight down, targeting a specific bird, which is the Dalmatian Pelican. And with that, I think Daniel, is there anything else you want to do on your turn? I mean, you can't play winged cards. So shall we announce the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. So next we'll move to Harvey. Harvey, please draw 1 winged card.
Okay.
All right. And your foul play card this turn is Urbanization. So, well, Urbanization actually requires you to remove one of your link from the map. So it's good that you haven't placed any of it so far. So of course, we all know that urbanization is one of the leading reasons why there are so many bird habitats that have been destroyed. Because, I mean, humans, we are invading into their space. So obviously that is not so cool. With the knowledge of that, Harvey, where would you like to place your links?
Okay, so I get in trouble with the. Okay, I think I'll go the purple ones. So okay.
You need help with the links? Okay. Well, we can see that our players today are going on a very direct route, going straight, indicating which bird they are attempting to save.
Oh.
Okay, so a lot of action in the middle of the Korea-Taiwan area. No worries, Harvey, we will actually help you with that. We'll play the link that I think you intended to play. You want it to go straight down. So no worries, we are there to mop it up for you. Are you going to be playing any wing? Okay, I think currently looking at where you're going, or you're changing your routes.
Yes.
Okay, is this
So
final?
like this. Yep.
Okay, are you going to play any winged card?
No one gets.
Nope. So I think that's the end of Harvey's turn. So our standing player Wingsun, it's your turn now. Please draw a winged card. And for Wingsun, well, he's also getting urbanization. Well, it seems that it's a very common card that's appearing early in the game. And the good thing is, as Wingsun doesn't have any links now, this card doesn't really have any impact to him at this stage. So Wingsun, where will your 3 links be? Okay, we can see that Wingsun is going for a T junction or Y junction around central China. So that seems to be the route that Wingsun is taking. Wingsun, would you like to play a winged card?
No, I'm gonna hold on to my winged cards.
Okay, sure, no problem. So in that case, we'll move on to Ken. Ken, please draw a winged card. So Ken is the blue player. And for Ken, your foul play card is light pollution. So obviously, other than us having the normal pollution like water and air, we also have lights, literally lights, not light and heavy kind of light in terms of bright lights. And of course, with that, birds actually get disorientated. So the problem with this is that you can only place 2 links this turn. However, Ken, would you like to squawk it? If you have a card that says squawk, you can actually play that to remove the effect of this card.
I don't.
You don't?
Yeah, I won't.
So in that case, you will only be able to play 2 links this turn.
Okay.
Okay, while Ken is deciding on where he's playing his links, let's just have a review of what's happening in the middle of the map. So we can see for the brown location marker bird, which is the Dalmatian Pelican, it's kind of flying nicely downwards. And we can see that for the purple location marker, its route has also started. It's also heading downwards. Meanwhile, our blue player Ken, where has he decided to place his links? Ken, you need to pick up your own links. Your links are in blue color. On the bottom,
Sorry.
on the bottom right hand side of the screen, yeah. Don't worry, we'll be returning Daniel's link to him.
Sorry, got confused.
No worries.
I'm sure Daniel isn't complaining, but so let's see, he's linking that direction, okay. Seemingly trying to complete the route of the Dalmatian Pelican. But the problem is he has only 2 links this turn. So are you going to be playing there? Okay, it seems like Ken is going to be playing a Winged card. Am I right to say that? And we can see that he has played sustainable farming. So this is talking about growing crops sustainably, because this will definitely benefit nature. And he will be able to play 2 extra link on linkways that connect to open country habitat. So as a result of that, he's going to play 2 more links, and we kind of get to see where this is going. Meanwhile, if you guys are wondering where the legend for the links are, this actually showcase what habitat each of the location is. So there's wetland, there are open country and forest habitat. And with that, would you like to place all your links first, because you get to play 1 more as a result of sustainable farming? And because of that, he's going to be saving a bird. Ken, are you going to do that? So we can see that this bird, the Dalmatian Pelican, have been saved.
Yeah.
And that will score him 9 points plus 3, as those are the 3 on play here. So Ken will move up to 12 points. Meanwhile, because Wingsun actually contributed to the route, Wingsun will score 2 for 2 links, and Daniel will score 3. So with that, Ken, you can actually claim the bird, which is the Dalmatian Pelican, and we will have a new bird for our brown location marker. So our new bird friend that we are having here, it's the common kestrel. This bird actually migrates from northern China to India, from B5 to D1. So its power, on an opponent's turn, when a player before your turn actually saves an open country bird, you get half the points indicated on their card. Oh wow. So for those of you who are going to be saving the common kestrel, please do take note to activate its effect when the player before you actually saves a open country bird, which can be, you can actually see it very clearly based on the color of the bird. It's going to be orange background that you see. So with that, you can actually get half of their points. That's quite a powerful one. So I think the route has been placed. And with that, we'll move on back to Daniel's turn. Daniel, please draw a Winkit card. And the foul play that will affect Daniel this turn, it's Exhaustion. Oh no! So birds actually fly hundreds of kilometers over a long period of time. So the effect of this is that he has to discard 2 Winkit cards, or he could use a 1 squawk to squawk it off. And we can see that's exactly what Daniel is doing. So he's going to squawk it. Okay, so Daniel, no foul play effect that will take on you. You get to play 3 links. Where would you like to play your links?
I think I'm gonna go for the common kestrel.
Okay, sure. So while Daniel is actually linking his birds, let us just take a closer look at the common kestrel. So this bird is ultraviolet light sensitive bird, and it detects rodents' urine trail under sunlight. Wow. So it's not a bird you want to be fooling around with because it can sense you. And with that, I think Daniel is 2/3 done with his links. Daniel, are you continuing to the left side?
Yep.
This is the
But
way you can play it?
the other way towards
Downwards?
yeah, B8.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you happy with the links?
Yeah, 3 links.
Yep, 3 links. Are you good with them? Are you going to be playing any Winkit card?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm ending my turn.
In that case, we'll move on to Harvey. Harvey, please draw a Winkit card. And the foul play card that will affect you this turn. Well, we also have Exhaustion. Oh no. Birds are flying all over the place. And Harvey, would you like to squawk this? It costs you 1 squawk. Otherwise, you will actually have to discard 2 Winkit cards.
Yeah, I think I'm going to play this.
You're going to discard 2 cards?
Oh, I'm going to play this effect. Can I do that, or?
Yeah, we'll have to resolve the foul play effect first. So would you like to squawk this using 1 squawk? Or would you like to discard 2 Winkit cards? So let me just keep this card back with you first. Just in front of the player board. Yep. Do you have a squawk card? Just like the one Daniel played earlier. Yeah, okay. So, alright, the effect doesn't affect you. Would you like to play a Winkit card or place your links?
So with this one, I can play 2 extra, so I could play 5.
Yep, you can play 5. So you're still subjected to the adjacent link rule. But you can play 5. Seems like we're going to be saving some birds this turn, I guess. Are we? So let's just see what's happening. The center of the board is getting more and more occupied, with Daniel having most of his links up north. We have Wing Sun taking the Y area near central China. We have Ken, who with his 4 links managed to save his first bird. And of course, Harvey, who is now about to place 5 links this turn. So it seems like there'll be quite a bit of action this round. While we're waiting for Harvey to actually place
Yeah,
his
yeah.
links, yeah,
I'm trying to think what I'm going to do.
no problem. Yeah. For the rest of you who are watching us on YouTube, you're actually watching the live playthrough of Fly Away. This is a collaboration between ABG and Tuber. So if you haven't backed the game, be sure to check out the link in the description box to check out the Kickstarter page. The Kickstarter is still live, so go ahead and back the game. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to us at Amateur Board Gamer, please, you can find the subscribe button at the bottom of your screen. It's just bottom right, or you could actually click on the subscribe button further down on your page and turn on the notification bell so you get our videos as soon as they are out. Fun fact, this is our 101st video on YouTube. Meanwhile, Harvey is done with 3 links and we can see what bird he's exactly targeting. He has placed his birds moving right side across Bangladesh, seemingly ready to hit China. But we're still waiting for
2 more.
2 more of his links.
Can I place them correctly?
Are you trying to go horizontal from the left of
Yes.
Hong Kong? Okay.
More. Too many links here.
One last link.
And last one.
Well, it's not easy to decide on 5 links, and in this turn, Harvey has to deal with. Sorry, it's not easy to even think of 3 links, and he has to deal with 5 this turn. So, Harvey, any other Wingate cards you're going to be playing?
No.
Nope. But are you changing a bit of the routes that you are taking?
No, it's just I'm trying to take another one, a better one.
Okay. Are you happy with your 5 links?
I have a question. Is that because of the Wingate card?
Yep, it's because he has played Food Bonanza. Right, he has given birds extra fuel to fly, so he can play 2 extra link this turn. So it's the reason why he can play 5 this turn is because he has this Wingate card.
And also, he can play it anywhere.
He can play, no, he still has to abide to the adjacent link rule. So as you can see, the 2 links that he has placed in the middle of the board here, it's still adjacent to each other. And the other 3 he has chosen to place on the left of the board, also meeting the adjacent link rule.
The first link can be anywhere.
Yep, the first link can always be anywhere, as long as the next link has to be adjacent, and at the end of placing the links, they are adjacent to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for example, since red is already there,
Yep.
does that mean if we connect? Does that mean if we connect, he will not get the bird?
If you manage to connect it and it completes the route, well, he will not get the bird, but he will get the points for contributing to the links, to the migratory links.
Will get the bird, right?
Yep, whoever who plays the last link will get the bird.
Regardless if it's
Yeah.
far away from the bird.
Yep, regardless whether you are the one placing only 1 link or you're placing many links, as long as you are the one who plays the last link that completes a valid migratory route, flying from north to south with no U-turn action happening, you will get to save the bird if you are the one who plays the last link.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hopefully that clarifies. Harvey, are you good with your turn?
Yes.
Yes, okay, let's move on to Wingsun's turn then. Wingsun, please draw a Wingate card. Oh no! So for Wingsun, his foul play card is actually an aeroplane collision. So of course for birds, well, they fly, aeroplanes also fly, and sometimes they are not detected and it happens, a collision happens. So the effect is that he can only play 1 link this turn. Alternatively, Wingsun could choose to play 2 squawk to squawk it off. Wingsun, what do you plan to do?
Well, I'm going to save the bird, so I'm going to play a squawk card.
All right. So he's gonna
Right.
yeah, he's gonna play 2 squawks. So with his 2 squawks, it actually nullifies the foul play card. So this means that Wingsun can still play 3 links this turn, and on top of that, if he has any winged card, he can use them as well.
Alright, that's not all. I'm also going to play another winged card. I'm going to play government intervention.
Okay, so let's just take a look at the card he has just played. So government intervention. During this turn, the links you play may connect to other players' link without connecting to your own. So essentially, this turn Wingsun can disregard the adjacent link rule because of the power of this winged card. So we can tell governments can actually make certain rules and disregard certain laws. So Wingsun, where are you going with your links this turn? He can play anywhere, he doesn't have to play the adjacent link rule. So that's 1. That's 2. And he's thinking long and hard for his third one. And that's 3. So is any bird safe this turn? I don't think so, but he has managed to use maximize the government intervention card that he has, thus playing 3 links individually on their own. They just have to be linked to other players' link, which we can see all 3 he has done so. So Wingsun, any other winged card from you? Or is that all for your turn?
Nope, that is all from me.
Okay, so next we'll move back to Ken. Ken, please draw a winged card. And Ken, for your foul play card this turn, it's a major storm. So you can't play any winged card this turn, and this effect cannot be undone by any other card. So essentially, you get to play your 3 links. Where would you like to place your links?
Moment.
While Ken is pondering on his links, let's take a look at the latest bird. Just to show you the beauty of the artwork for the common kestrel. Such a powerful bird, gives you 14 points, and if the player before you actually is going for the open country route and is saving open country birds, you can actually get half of the points of the birds that he saved. So assuming if the player before you actually saves a bird like Asian rosy finch, you get to score 5 points of this. There's a lot of points flying around. But currently in the map, we can see many different links laid out, but nobody is really going for the so-called kill to save the bird. Okay, pun not intended, I'm sorry guys. We're supposed to be saving birds, not killing birds. And we can see that Ken is going to go for the link diagonally downwards across Vietnam. That's his first link. His second link is going to link Vietnam to Malaysia. Can
Sorry,
I try to go for the diagonal one? Is this what you're attempting to do?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And while he's thinking of his third link, you get to play 3 links this turn, as per normal. Let's just take a look at what happens with the link that he has just placed. So do we have another safe bird flying downwards for the purple location marker? Well, it's not going north, it's going sideways, it's going down. And we have another bird saved by Ken. So which bird is it? Ken has managed to save the Rufus-headed Robin. So this gives him a active power on each of his turn. He gets to swap one of his existing link with an opponent's link on the map. Wow, such a powerful power. And it scores him 11 points. So let me just shift this over to his play area. So he scores 11, 12, 13, 14 points to Ken. So now,
Can I use the ability now or later?
sorry, your question?
If I can use the bird's ability right now during my turn, or that's for next turn?
If I'm not mistaken, this is for next turn because you just managed to save the bird now.
Okay. Thank you.
And as mentioned, Ken has managed to save, he has scored 14 points for him saving this bird, and he's up to 26. And looking at the rest of the route, who else has contributed to this route? Let's see. I think Harvey has contributed 5 links. So that will score Harvey 5 points. And I think Wingsun also has contributed 1 to that. So Wingsun will score 1. Is there any links from Daniel? I don't think so.
Nope.
So, yep.
Nope.
I think we're done with the scoring, and let's see our new bird. So the new bird for the purple location marker, we have the black buzzer. So this bird actually migrates from central China to Thailand, C4 to E6. And it has a per turn power. On each of your turn, discard 1 winged card from your hand to draw 2 winged cards. At the end of your turn, you must not exceed the 5 that you are allowed to hold. Wow, this bird actually allows you to actually draw more winged cards while getting rid of winged cards that may not seem that powerful to you. So with that, I think, Daniel, it's your turn. Please draw 1 winged card. And the foul play that will be affecting you this turn, it's a cage bird trait. So what happens, Daniel, you actually have to decide which of the 3 in the roosting area you would like to cage it. Unless you are actually going to be playing the 4 squawk to squawk this away. So what happens to this bird is, to the bird that eventually get caged, is nobody can actually save that specific bird unless somebody actually plays 4 squawk to rescue it, to kind of free it, or they have certain cards like birders to the rescue. Otherwise, nobody can save it. So, Daniel, are you going to be squawking this card away, or are you going to choose one of the birds to cage it?
Yeah, I'm gonna cage the black buzzer.
Okay, you're going to cage the black buzzer, and there's one other effect for this card, is that you have to discard 1 winged card. So you just
Where should I put it?
Yeah, you just put it anywhere on the map. I will get rid of it for you. Okay. So now you are on to your 3 links. Where would you like to place your links? So while Daniel is having a decision to make, let's just take a look at the black buzzer that Daniel just caged. So this bird is actually a diminutive insect-eating hawk of the Asian forest. So that's what the black buzzer is, but unfortunately, at this stage, it's a caged bird, so it can't fly. So we can see that Daniel is moving downwards. Daniel, for the 3rd link that you're trying to place to the left of central China, that's not a valid move.
Okay.
Because it's not linking to any of your own links. The adjacent link rule will come into play here. Are you looking to form it diagonally downwards?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I can change the link for you. Is this where you intend for it to go?
Definitely.
You want to take a look at the links currently on the map? Is that where you intended it to go?
That's okay, yeah.
That's okay? Okay. So Alright. So I think no birds have been saved this turn. And any other winged card from you, Daniel?
No.
Nope.
I
So
will
I
pass.
think, yeah, we're done. Let's move on to Harvey's turn. Harvey, please draw a winged card. And you're going to be suffering from window collision. Oh man, it's painful. So what happens is that you will have to keep on to this card, and the next bird that you save, you will deduct 2 points off the score of that bird. So of course, you could choose to squawk it now, or you could choose to squawk it later. It's totally up to you. But this card will come into play for you, and I'll be placing it just next to your links. Harvey, will you choose to squawk it now, or do you want to squawk it
No.
later on?
No, I will not cook it now. I will just play my 3 links.
Sure.
Mm,
So let's see where is Harvey deciding to go. So Harvey is going upwards of central China. That's 1. That's 2.
mhm,
And we can see what Harvey is trying to do right there. If you guys didn't catch, let me just give you the action replay. So by placing 2 links here, Harvey actually managed to complete the migratory route for the brown location marker bird. And who do we have there? We have the common kestrel. So he has managed to save the common kestrel. It scores him 14 points. 14 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. So that scores Harvey 18 points. So he'll move upwards from 5 to 23. Let's see who else has contributed links there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Daniel. So Daniel will be moving up to 8. And we have 1, 2, 3 from Wing Sun. So Wing Sun will be moving up to 6. So Harvey, please claim your common kestrel. Oh, sorry. Are you gonna be squawking the effect of window collision? If not, I will have to deduct 2 points. I totally missed out that card.
Let me see. Yeah.
Okay, so we are still good. No points deducted for Harvey because he has chosen to squawk the effect of it away. And he managed to save his first bird. So with that, let's take a look at our new entrant. So our new bird is the yellow-breasted bunting. So this bunting actually flies from Russia to southern China, A6 to D5. So it has a per turn power on each of your turn. You may keep up to 7 winged cards. Remember guys, the rule originally only allows you to have 5 cards in your hand unless, like I mentioned, you have certain bird powers that allow you to do so. So this is the bird that you get to kind of keep 7 cards now in your hand. So this also scores you 12 points, so it flies from A6 to D5. Have we updated our new location? I think so, we're good. So I think with that, we will move on to the next player's turn. Wing Sun, please draw a winged card. And the foul play card that will be affecting you, well, it's another window collision. How strange. So Wing Sun, would you like to squawk it right now? Or like to keep it in front of you first?
I will keep the card in front of me first.
Okay, so meanwhile, you can start thinking of your 3 links. So I believe for the many of you out there, you probably would have seen certain, what we would call funny videos on the internet where we see pets actually running themselves into glass doors. As much as we find humor of it, out of the video, it's actually very painful for the animals, especially for birds, where buildings are actually erected, and more buildings nowadays are taking on modern looks, having totally clear glass outer layers. Birds can't actually see what's happening in front of them. They just think that it's a clear route because they don't see anything. It's a glass, and they fly into it, they crash into it, and of course they will injure themselves, or worse, they may die from the collision. So while I have been talking about window collision, I think some things has happened. So I can see that Wing Sun has played 2 links on the top, and where did you place your 3rd link?
Just right before the endpoint.
You
Here.
mean the one right here? Okay, sure. So he can place that because it kind of matches the it does the adjacent link rule. No problem on that. And with that, I think did our bird, the bird that just came out, got saved? Let's just take a look. Take a closer look. So it flies down, it flies down, it flies down, it flies down, and over here, well, he flies. I mean, if I'm a bird, I'm going to be flying the shortest possible route. So I'm just going to be taking this route down to C18 and down to D5. And we have another bird that's being saved. And this is the brown location marker. So we have the yellow-breasted bunting. You come right out and you are safe right away. So it scores Wing Sun 12 points. Are you going to be Sorry?
Yeah, I'm going to play a Winged card. I'm going to play Funds for Conservation.
Okay, so wait up. Before we actually score the points, he's going to be playing this. So Funds for Conservation, this actually will give bonus points when he saves certain birds. So it depends on the bird's conservation status, and we can see that for the bunting, it's under the CR conservation, and that scores him 10 more points. Oh my god. So Wingson, I'm going to be asking you one more time. Are you going to be squawking your window collision away?
Nope, not gonna squawk that.
Okay, so that means he will score a -2 out of the bird that he's saving. But I think he has a good 10 points from the funds for conservation that he has scored. So that will score him, let's just have a look. So that will score him 22 minus 2, that will be 20 points. And looking at the route that the birds take, so 20, 21, 22, 23 points for Wing Sun, so he's now up to 29 points and looking like he's leading the game. So other players who have contributed to their route, we have Daniel with 1, 2, 3, 4. So Daniel scores 4 points, he's up to 12. And I think that's all the points that we'll be awarding this turn.
I'd like to use the effect of my common kestrel.
Alright, let's see the effects of his common kestrel. However, the common kestrel will only take into play when it's the player before your turn. So which means that you'll be depending on Daniel to be saving the birds.
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So let's take a look at our new card.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I use my Dalmatian Pelican's ability to get the winged card or no?
It's not discarded, actually, it's being used.
Sorry?
The card that Wing Sun just played, it's being used, is not discarded. So there are certain foul play cards that actually forces you to discard cards.
Okay.
Yeah, but Fund for Conservation is being used. So the Dalmatian Pelican's effect won't take into play this turn.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's just take a look at our new card. So our new bird that has entered the fray is the Chinese Crested Tern. So this bird actually flies from southern China down to Philippines, C19 to E10, and it has a per turn effect on each of your turn. At the start of your turn, you may skip drawing Winkit and foul player cards, and if you do so, you can only place one link. So kind of, you get to mitigate the whole negative effects that you will see from foul play, but in return, you can only play one link. Well, it still scores you a handsome 12 points. So of course, let's see if we have his route sorted. So he's flying from C19 to E10. Okay, we have the bird settled. And I think Wingsun, you're done with your turn.
Yep, that's
Yep.
all from me.
Okay, thank you. So now let's move on to Ken's turn. Ken, please draw a Winkit card.
Okay.
And we can see what is coming next. Okay, but before we actually move on to the next, let's see what foul play card has Ken drew. So Ken has gotten the light pollution. So we have seen this card earlier. He can only play 2 Link this turn, but he can of course discard 1 Squawk to squawk it off, and that's what he's going to be doing. I can see the Squawk card coming right out. So with that, Ken can actually play 3 Link as per normal. And while he's deciding on the links, the location of the links, the next card that will happen in between Ken and Daniel's turn, it's a catastrophe. So this card will actually be flipped open in between the turns, and it will affect every single player who is playing. So that's not very good news. But meanwhile, let's just take a look at where Ken is going. So Ken, I can see that you are starting to fly the other direction. Are those the 3 links that you have placed? No. 1, 2. Ken, are you done with your 3 links?
Yes.
Yes.
I can play a wing it card right now, or
You have a Winged card? Okay. Go for it.
okay. Oh, am I right? It's connected already.
You are actually. But do you want to play? Okay, so the card that he's going to be playing, he's going to be playing the Funds for Conservation. We have just seen this card, and this card is going to be giving bonus points depending on the status of the bird. So the bird that he just managed to save is the brown location marker. So let's just trace his routes. It flies downwards, it doesn't go upwards, and it flies sideways to Philippines. So thus you'll be saving this, and this bird is in CR status. So this will score Ken, based on the card that he just played, Funds for Conservation, 10 extra points. So a total of 22 points just on the bird, and we haven't counted the links yet. So he'll score 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 points. And he's moving right up from 26 to 53 points.
I would like to play another card.
Oh, he still has another card to play. Okay. Which card would you like to play?
At the moment.
So Ken, which card would you like to play on top of the Funds for Conservation?
Just a moment. I'm reading something.
Okay, sure, no problem. So meanwhile, I have already added his huge 27 point score. Meanwhile, while he's reading something, let me just tabulate the points for the other players. So we can see that Harvey have contributed 2, thus scoring 2 points, moving up from 23 to 25. And Wingsun scoring 1 in that route. He's moving up to 30. So Ken, are you still going to be playing your Winkit card? Meanwhile,
Hang on.
let me just shift his bird, the bird that he has just saved, onto his player board. Sorry, are you going to be playing the other card that you mentioned?
No. I'll pass. Sorry.
You pass? Okay, so we've come to the end of that turn. And let's just replenish the board for now, because we still have the cleanup phase. So the new bird that's coming into play is the Imperial Eagle. And the Imperial Eagle actually migrates from Russia A1 to Thailand D7. So its effect, it has a on an opponent turn once in a game, once during the game, you may steal a bird right after it's saved by another player. Wow. However, the points for that bird only go to the other player. So which means that if another player is going to be saving a bird, they get the points, but you get the bird. What a powerful card that's coming out. So I think its root is now in place. And before Daniel actually draws his card, let's flip open the catastrophe that will affect every player, and that card is a algae boom. So what happens is that mass growth of algae release toxin, harming wildlife in wetland. So the problem that we are going to be facing is all links connected to wetland habitats in Zone E are removed, and every player will deduct 4 points from their score. So which means every player is going to be moving 4 points backwards. So moving from 12 to 8, moving from 25 to 21, moving from 30 to 26, and moving from 53 to 49. And every single link in Zone E that is connected to wetlands will be removed. So as you can all see, this is where Zone E is. So which means that the player that is going to be hugely affected by this would be, unfortunately, Ken. Because not every link, okay, I mean most of the links that are connecting to a wetland. So he has 4 links that has been forcefully removed by the catastrophe. Wow, it's really such a... Is there one more? Sorry. Okay, there's one more. I think it affects Wingsun because that link actually happens within Zone E as well, and it connects to a wetland. So Wingsun will lose 1 link as well. Any other link that will be removed, I think we kind of are done. There's no more links linking to wetland. And that comes to the end of the disastrous catastrophe card. So Daniel, are you ready for the next card, for your next turn? Please draw a Wingate card.
Yep.
Okay. As you guys can see, now that we are done with the first catastrophe card, the tiering of the foul play cards actually get worse. So we are moving to tier 2. So tier 2, we'll be seeing new cards. And the card that Daniel will be facing, it's unsustainable farming. Okay? Because obviously we are actually spraying too much pesticides, and it actually damages land and native wildlife. So for Daniel, he can only hold on to 4 Wingate cards instead of 5, so that's kind of the lasting effect on him, unless he actually squawk this off, so it costs him 4 squawks. Are you going to squawk this, Daniel?
Yep.
Whoa, you have 4 squawks? That's 1. We're still waiting for 3 more squawks from you.
Sorry, I didn't understand, sorry.
Okay, so as you can see on the top right hand corner of the card, there's a number to the squawk. So what will actually happen is that you will need to play either 4 cards or cards with enough squawk in it to actually mitigate its effect. So as you can see, the card that you just played has just squawk. It says this squawk card has a value of 1. So there are some cards where it looks similar, but you have more squawk words on the card itself. So when you see those cards, if it has 2 squawk words, it's a value of 2. And if you see a card that has 3 squawk words, that's a value of 3. So you have to play 4 in total, actually.
Okay, sorry, I misread. Sorry.
No problem. So do you have 4 squawks, or are you going to be holding on to unsustainable farming for now?
No, definitely not 4 squawks.
Okay. So, I mean, the only negative effect that it will have on you is that you can only have 4 cards, 4 Wingate cards, which I can see you currently have 4, so it's not going to affect you to a great extent at this moment. And you can still play your 3 links as per normal.
Great.
So while Daniel is pondering on which area to link the routes. Let's just take it. The magnificent Imperial Eagle that has just appeared in front of us. So for this bird, it's the top predator of Asian steppers. So we can tell when it comes to bird, this is the top of the line. It's right on top in terms of the pyramid of birds, especially in Asia. So Daniel, where are you heading to? Where would you like to place your links?
Yeah, just give me a second more to think about it.
No problem. So if you have just joined us, well, you're watching the live playthrough of Fly Away. This is a collaboration between ABG and Tuber. If you haven't backed the game, please make sure to check out the link on the description box. Go to the Fly Away Kickstarter page and back the game today. And of course, if you have just joined us, let's just take a look at the score. So currently in the lead, we have the blue player, and that's Ken. He has 49 points. And we have Wing Sun coming at 26 points, followed by Harvey with 21. And we have Daniel at 8. But of course, when birds are safe, the points can actually change fairly drastically. So other than that, in terms of the amount of birds each player have, we can see very clearly at the bottom right hand side of the screen, Ken with 3 birds, and the rest of the players have 1 bird each. Of course, Daniel is going to be, seems like he will save his first bird soon. He's placing his link. So Daniel, have you just placed a link in between southern China? You had that's not a valid move.
Sorry, but if I'm going this route,
Yeah,
I can't place it there?
you can't place it you can't place it here because you won't have any adjacent links to your own link. You could find an
Okay.
alternate route. Yeah, you can find an alternate route. So those that you have placed that are standalone, it's not valid for the game according to the rules. So of course, Daniel, if you are thinking of saving the purple location marker bird, you could actually place the links towards the bottom, very near where it ends up. But the problem with that is the purple location marker bird, the black bazaar, is currently caged. And you will actually have to play...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you actually have to play a birders to the rescue, or you have to come up with 4 squads to get rid of it. So just highlighting that to you.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay,
I was trying to get there, but apparently I can't.
so I mean the bird can actually fly downwards to the left and downwards. That could be a possible route.
Okay. No, I'm going for a different route, I think. I'm gonna do something different.
Alright. So he's actually linking downwards over towards the north of Laos. So you can see that is a very big move because he's linking to his own links and he's moving one up here. Is there a third link? Did I miss it?
Sorry?
Have you placed all 3 links?
Only 2.
Oh, only 2, right? Yeah. So you have 1 more to go.
Can I simply stop at 2? Or
You could stop at
It's not
2 if you wish to put 2, but you could keep going up to 3.
okay, I think I stopped at 2.
So you'll be stopping at 2?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So we'll move on to Harvey's turn. Harvey, please draw your winged card. And your foul play card that you'll be affected by is Natural Predators. So this has to squawk this away, you'll need 3 squawks. And you get to choose to discard 1 bird from the roosting area. And of course, depending on which bird you are removing, you also have to remove 3 of your links that connect to its habitat. So Harvey, will you be squawking this off, or will you be choosing to discard birds from the roosting area?
Yes, I will discard 1 bird, I think.
Okay, so which bird are you going to be discarding?
The white one.
The white one? Okay, so that is a open country habitat bird. So this bird, unfortunately, is moving on to the dead bird pile. So you have to discard up to 3 of your links that connects to the orange square in the game, in the map.
Okay.
Yeah, so which 3 would you be discarding?
This one. This one. And this one.
This one? Do you need help picking it up?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a little more.
Alright, this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, as per normal, you get to place 3 of your links.
Okay.
Okay. So while Harvey is thinking, let's take a look at the card that just happened.
I'm trying to, but I'm not too familiar with Tabletopia. That's it. So.
Okay, so the natural predator card that has just affected Harvey, obviously, like any wildlife, of course, birds are also attacked by their predators. So naturally that happens, and it also happens during migration. So unfortunately that has affected Harvey, and obviously to the many birds out there who are being attacked by their predators when they are trying to migrate southwards. So meanwhile, Harvey is moving southwards as well, it seems.
Something weird has happened. I'm trying to put my third link, but I have like a.
Can I help you? Where do you plan to place your hand? If you put your hand over the area that you are planning to link, I can help you pick it up. You just go onto the map. Just point on the map where you want to go. I will help you.
To complete here.
So from Vietnam to the south of Cambodia, is that the one that you're going? Right here?
Yes.
Is this the one?
No.
Is that a correct move that you are planning to take?
Yes,
Yes.
Here.
So this is your third location. Okay. So it seems that you have managed to connect the purple location bird, but the problem is that this bird is currently caged. So do you have the necessary squawks to get rid of the cage, or do you have the card? So we can see Harvey is ready with 4 squawks. And with that, we no longer have a cage bird, and the black buzzer, it seems like it's flying. So the black buzzer, which would score Harvey 11 points. Okay, on top of that, we will add the amount of links that he has. So it'll be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points to Harvey. So he'll move up from 21 to 38. And of course, other players who have contributed links in this route, we have 1 from Ken. So Ken will move 1 to 50 points. And meanwhile, we will have 2 new birds that will enter the fray. So let me introduce the 2 new birds. The first, from the white location marker, we have the Far Eastern Curlew. So this bird actually flies from Russia to Australia from A5 to G1. And for this bird, at the point of saving this and other birds, you get to draw one wicked card when you save this bird, and on subsequent turns, you may draw one wicked card each time you save another bird. So the key thing is that when you save a bird and you have the far eastern curlew, you will get to draw wicked card. And if the number on the top right hand corner hasn't shocked you, this scores you 23 points just by saving this bird. But obviously, it's quite a far route that this bird takes. It's flying all the way up north to all the way down south, from Russia to Australia. So the other bird that has just appeared is the Bayer's pochard. This bird actually migrates from northern China B10 to Myanmar D3. So of course, for this bird's power on an opponent's turn, once in the game, you can actually cancel the effect of any foul play card other than the cage bird trait card. Ooh. So it has quite a good power attached to it, and it scores you 15 points. Well, we are seeing all the wetland birds appearing, and I think all the markers are in place. So Javier, I think, are you done with your turn? You have any other cards to play?
I'm done.
You're done? Okay, so now we'll move on to Wing Sun's turn. So Wing Sun, please draw your wicked card. And the foul play card that will affect you this turn, it's Natural Predator once again. Well, all the predators are coming on and attacking birds. So would you like to discard a bird, or would you like to squawk the effect of this card away? It costs you 3 squawks to get rid of it.
I'm gonna squawk this card.
Okay. So can I have your 3 squawks? No problem for Wing Sun. So it's not affected by the foul play card, and he can play his 3 links and any winged card if he like to.
No, I'm just gonna place my links.
Okay, sure. So while Wing Sun is attempting to play his links, let's just take a look at our 2 newly added wetland birds. Of course, the Far Eastern Curlew, what a powerful bird in terms of the points it's going to give. It's the largest and longest big share bird. So if you don't know that before, now you know. The Bayer's pochard, it's a duck essentially, and it plunges deep underwater to find food. So meanwhile, as we are saying that, Wing Sun, have you placed your links?
Yes, I've placed them around the purple end zone.
Okay, so we can see that he has placed 3 links in that area. No winged card?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, with that, let's move on to Ken's turn. Ken, please draw a winged card. And the foul play card that would be affecting you this turn, it's a snake. So one of the birds that you saved is attacked by a predator. So you would actually have to place this card on one of your birds, and what happens is you can't activate its power unless you use squawk cards to heal it. So it will cost you 5 squawks to get rid of this. Is there any bird you would like to place the snake on?
So I have to use 5 in order to cancel that.
Yep, to get rid of the snake.
Okay.
Do you have 5? Wow, the snake card is such a scary card. Essentially, if you don't have a lot of birds, it kind of take and get rid of the effect.
I choose the Dalmatian Pelican.
Okay, so his Dalmatian Pelican is going to be trapped by the snake. And would you like to play any winged card? Or you can start thinking about your 3 links. So while Ken is deciding on where he's going to link his birds, and if you have just joined us, you're watching the live playthrough of Fly Away. This is a collaboration between AVG and Tuber. And of course, if you haven't backed the game, it's still live on Kickstarter now. Head over there, the link is on the description box. We are looking to hit our stretch goals of 35,000 is coming up soon, so be sure to back the game right now if you haven't done so.
I'd like first to play a wing it card.
Okay, sure. So just place it anywhere. And the card that Ken has decided to play is the Wetland Restoration. So he will get to play 2 extra links this turn on linkways that connect to wetland habitats. So essentially he can play 5 with 2 of them required to connect to a wetland. So if you recall, not too long ago, there was a catastrophe card that wiped out quite a lot of Ken's the wetland links in Zone E. So he has lost quite a fair bit of those. But he's going to get 2 back now. So let's just take a look. He's placed 2 links up north, and those are actually the wetland linked area. So that's probably the 2 that he's going to use for his wetland restoration. And he still can play 3 more links. So Ken, where are your 3 links going to be?
Just a moment.
While Ken is deciding on his link, if you take a look for the brown location marker bird, it's heading down, it's heading down, it's heading down.
I'm gonna do this.
And it's gonna be saved. Yes, Ken, you are going to do something?
Is this allowed, or do I have to connect this one?
You still have 2 other links. You have to connect this to an adjacent link of your own. You can start from there if you'd like to.
Because I use a wing it card, so does it apply, or I have to connect it?
Yep, you still have to connect it.
So yeah, so that means my first action was invalid because I didn't connect it.
No, but you connect it to each other. So it's still the adjacent link rule still comes into play and you satisfied it.
I can place it anywhere using the wing it action.
No, using the wing it action, you actually place 2, and the 2 that you have placed is at up top, and because you have placed 2 of them, they still link to each other. So you satisfy the adjacent link rule.
So for my next wing it card, can I place it like starting from another location?
You could, of course, you can start from anywhere, but the key thing is that the rest of the links that you place have to be adjacent to that.
Okay, so for this one,
are you going to play another wing it card?
already played it, this one.
Okay. But earlier on, for your 3 links, have you placed all 3?
Not yet. So I decided to use wing it cards.
Okay. So where why don't you place all 5 of the links, and I'll let you know whether that is valid or not.
Here, so this is for my second wing it card.
Second wing it card. Oh, okay. So you have placed. So what Ken has did, other than placing the wetland restoration, he has also placed a foreign restoration. So this actually allows him to play 2 extra links to Linkway that connects to a forest habitat. So you can see, let's just zoom in right here. Both of them are actually linking to a forest habitat and it links to each other. So that is also a valid move. No issues there, Ken. You can still play 3 more links. As per your standard 3 links that you can play per turn. So we can see that Ken is pondering hard. He's placing 7 links this turn. So obviously that's not going to be easy in terms of thinking. So he's moving things downwards. Okay, so you have 3 going downwards. Are we good here, Ken? For your links?
Let's
Okay, so let's just take a look what birds have Ken managed to save. So let's just take a look at the brown location marker. It has gone down, 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 moving sideways, and it is saved. So for the brown location marker bird, and that is the Imperial Eagle. So Ken actually managed to score 10 points. On top of that, 11, 12. So you score 12 points in total for the Imperial Eagle. I'm going to be placing the cards for him. So let's move up his score from 50 to 62. And other players who have contributed in that, we have Daniel with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. So moving him up to 13. And we have Wingsun with 1, 2. So Wingsun also has 2 points. Let's see if any other bird have been saved. The white location marker is not close to being saved. The purple location marker bird has also not been saved yet, because birds can only fly from north to south. So even though it seems on the map it has been linked up, it doesn't fly that route. It doesn't fly up north to come back south. So Ken, just in case you thought you were saving the purple bird as well, the bird is not saved yet, because it has to fly up and it can't fly up and come down.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, no issues. So let's replenish the brown location marker bird. And our new bird that has just come in. Oh, we have a fairy in play now. We have a fairy pita. So this bird actually flies from, migrates from Taiwan to East Malaysia, C20 to E13. And on each of your turn, you can actually place 1 link that connects to an opponent's without connecting to your own. But if you actually do so, you may not place any other link. So this is possibly going to be very helpful if there's just that one last annoying link that you can't reach because you have no adjacent link. But now you have the fairy that comes in play to help you. So we have its location marked out. And I think we can now move on to Daniel's turn. Daniel, please draw a Winkit card.
Actually, I have 4 cards, and with unsustainable farming, I couldn't draw another card.
You could.
Is it correct?
You just can't have more than 4 cards at the end of your turn.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yep.
So
So go ahead and draw your card, not to worry. And let's just see the foul play card that would be affecting Daniel. So we have the wind turbine collision. Oh no! Birds are actually killed by the spinning blades of wind turbine. So what the negative effect it has on Daniel is he has to discard a bird that he has saved. Well, the good news for Daniel is that he hasn't saved any bird yet, so it's not going to be playing any negative impact on him.
well,
Whoa! What you know? You managed to have a good card that doesn't really affect you at this stage. So you can go ahead and place your 3 links. Where would you like to go? While Daniel is thinking, let's just take a look at the whole map. We can see most of the area in the middle has been very well populated. And coming down to Australia, well, some of the links have been unfortunately broken or destroyed by the catastrophe earlier. So let's just see. I think Daniel has placed 2 links. Have you played all 3?
I need another one.
Okay, so you're thinking of your last one?
Yep.
Okay, go for it. And let's just take a look at where has Daniel placed his links. So it seems that he has placed it over here. Taking a
Is it
look at the
valid?
purple location marker, he's moved down, 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 down. And the purple bird is going to be safe this time. Meanwhile, he's still thinking of his 3rd link. Daniel, are you still thinking of your 3rd link, or have you forgone it?
Yep. Just give me a second.
Sure. Okay, meanwhile, let me just calculate the points for Daniel. Moving ahead of time, so he has 15 points from that purple location market bird. So that will score him 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That will score him 21. Then have you decided to play a link in the middle of nowhere at the bottom?
Yep.
Yeah,
It is not like the same here. The same situation that happened here.
No, but because he actually plays 2 linking himself to himself. You can't play
Oh.
one on a standalone. Yeah. It's a bit different in this situation. You have to still link to your own link.
What about here?
It's the same there because
Okay.
it's still not adjacent to any of your
Okay.
links.
Play.
You can play it here if
Okay.
you
I'm
like
gonna
to.
place it there.
Okay, so I think our admin team will actually be just adjusting all the direction of the links. So as a recap, he has placed a Y situation somewhere in northern China, and with that he actually managed to save the purple bird, which is the Bayer's pochard. So with that he scores 15 from the bird. I'm going to be placing the bird down for you.
I would like to get that bird.
Oh, okay.
Eagle.
So what has happened is that Ken is going to be using his Imperial Eagle to snatch the bird, but let's score the points first. Okay, Ken, please hold your horses. We'll score the bird. We'll score the points for the bird first because the points will still go to Daniel. So Daniel will be scoring 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so that will move him from 13 to 34 points. And of course, other than that, who else has a part to play? Ken has 1. Ken has 1 point, and I think Wingsun has 1 as well. So Wingsun is moving up to 29. And Ken is moving up to 63. And Daniel, I'm so sorry. Your bird has been
Never
stolen
mind.
by the Imperial Eagle. But hey, think of the bright side. If a turbine happens again, you're not going to be affected by it. Okay, so do you have any other Wingate card that you would like to play?
Nope. I think I have to discard a card,
if
right?
you don't play, you have to discard something. So you can have a choice there. Okay, so you've chosen to discard. All right. So let's take a look at the new bird that will be coming our way. So our new purple location marker bird is the Siberian Ruby Throat, so that scores 14 points. It actually migrates from Russia to Vietnam, and on each of the player's turn, they can actually pick the top card of the bird deck without revealing it to other players. Wow. You get to see what bird is going to be coming your way and start planning its route before other players actually get a chance to actually plan for it. So that flies from somewhere up top to somewhere down to Vietnam. As you can see, interestingly enough, so far no players will be able to actually use that alternate rule such that you can forego the drawing of cards to actually save a bird, because none of the birds that have been reviewed are actually savable immediately because their routes are all not completed. So with that said, it will be Harvey's turn. Harvey, please draw a Winged card. And the foul play card that will be affecting you this turn is a snake. So what happens is you will have to place this on top of one of your birds, thus nullifying its power for the time being when snake is in play. Which bird would you like to sacrifice for now?
The Count Casual.
Okay, so the Castro is going to be snaked. And your 3 links.
Ooh.
While Harvey is deciding on his 3 links, let me just remind all of you out there are 3 ways to end the game. The first is for any player to reach 100 points. The game will end immediately. The next way to end the game is that the foul play deck that you see on screen, which currently still has a good 11 cards, has run out, or if any player saves 6 birds. And from what you can see now, we have one of the players who have 5 birds on their board, and that is actually Ken. Ken has 5 birds already. If he managed to save his 6th bird, the game will end immediately, and we will then move on to final scoring any birds which actually have any end of game effect for scoring. So with that reminder out of the way, Harvey, have you managed to place your links?
I've pressed 2.
Okay.
I'm thinking if I press the third one somewhere.
So he has still one more link to decide actually. And of course, if he has any Winged card, he can still play them.
Actually, yes. Let me.
So Harvey is still deep in thoughts where he would like to save his birds.
I have a question about the Fruit Bonanza.
Sure.
Is it can I play that even if there is no exhaustion as the foul play before, or is it just
So
if the foul play in my turn is exhausted a bird?
which card are you referring to?
Fruit Bonanza.
Fruit Bonanza, if I'm not mistaken, that actually allows you to play 2 extra link distance.
Yes.
Yep, so essentially instead of 3, you can play 5. But you will still be subjected to the adjacent link rule. Which means that your links still have to be adjacent to each other.
But played 2 already.
Yep, you played 2 already, so you can go for 3 more. So I'm assuming you'll be playing your Fruit Bonanza. Meanwhile, let me just sort out the draw pile because the deck is running out.
Trying to think what to do.
Okay, 3 more links to go. Harvey.
Yes. Yeah.
It seems like you are fairly interested to save the purple bird.
Yeah. Can I keep my card instead, or it's already Okay.
Actually,
Never mind.
to be honest, if we look at the route that is being saved,
Yeah.
if you place 3
There is only
links
one.
downwards, you will be able to save the purple bird.
It's already saved, isn't it?
Yep. 3 more to go, and you have exactly 3 to play.
It's to
Because it
get the
goes
shorter route.
down, yeah, it doesn't take a U-turn. It's going just nicely from north to south. Would you like to do that?
Yeah. Maybe I can do that. Yes. Let's score more points.
All right, yeah, more links, more points. And the bird that Harvey is about to save is the Siberian ruby throat, and this will allow him to pick the next bird card should he wishes to. And with that, he has placed his card, and that will score him 14 points for the ruby throat, plus each link he has to save the route. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 points to Harvey. So now he'll move up from 38 to 63 points, and he's level on points with Ken. And any other player that scores in this link, Ken is going to be scoring 1 for contributing to their route. It's almost rare that a player single-handedly saves a bird, because almost the whole route is contributed by Harvey. Well, par 1, so we have 1 point for Ken. And with that, Harvey, do you have any other cards that you'd like to play?
Mm-hmm. No.
No.
Done.
Okay. With that, let's flip open the new card. So the new bird that has come into play, which is the purple location marker one, is the Great Knot. This scores you 23 points, and it flies from Russia A3 to Australia G2. And on your turn, once in the game, you can place 3 extra links. So this is an extremely powerful bird. It flies a great deal of distance. Its migratory route is really long, but the points is good. The effect that you can get with the bird is also good. So, of course, with that said, Wingsun, you are up. It's your turn. Please draw a Winged card.
Before that, I would like to play a winged card.
Sure. So the Winged card that Wingsun has decided to play is Signs in Action. So what he can do now, he can take a look at the top 3 cards of the foul play deck and arrange them in any order. So Wingsun, what I would like you to do now is to drag, or instead you can actually right click on the foul play deck and draw 3. I think, let me just see if we have 3 exactly, or is there alright, okay, so these are the 3.
No, I actually drawn the 3 cards.
You drawn the 3, and was there a catastrophe card in between?
Yes, the catastrophe is the last card.
The catastrophe card is the last card. So you can actually, because it says you can actually take a look at the top 3 cards of the foul play deck and arrange them in any order. Well, do you want to play catastrophe? Is this going to be the last card out of the 3 that you're going to be placing back on top of the deck?
Yup, so
Okay, so that's going to be some turn later. And the other 2 that you're going to be playing, or you're going to be putting back on top of the foul play deck. So we have 1, and the last one that you have in hand is going to be the one that will affect you. So why don't you play it down here? So I'm going to flip it open. And the card that Wingsun has decided that it's going to be his foul play card is Cage Bird Trade once again. So Wingsun, have you drawn your Wingate card?
no, I'm gonna do more. Alright.
Okay, so which bird would you like to cage? Let's just zoom in on the birds. You have 3 choices: the Great Knot, the Far Eastern Curlew, or the Fairy Pitta. Okay, so we can see that he has decided that the Great Knot is not going to be saved anytime soon. So Wingsun, your 3 links. Where would it be? You can see he's very quickly, very swiftly moving up north from the white bird route. Is that all? Are you going to play any Wingate card?
No, I am my turn.
Okay, he's done. So next, let's move to the leader of the game, and that is Ken. Ken, please draw one Wingate card. And the foul play card that will be affecting you this turn, it's unsustainable farming. So of course, this just means that you can only hold on to 4 Wingate cards at the end of your turn instead of 5. And if you want to get rid of this, it costs you 4 squawks. Would you like to get rid of this card?
Just one.
Nope, he's going to just be placing it in front of him.
Yeah.
And of course, you can place your 3 links as per normal, and if you have any Wingate card, you can place them as well with any bird effect. So we can see one of his bird has snake. His very nice Imperial Eagle has already stolen Daniel's Bayer's pochard. And
I would like to use my Rufus-headed Robin's ability.
okay, so he's going to be using Rufus-headed Robin's ability. He can swap one of his existing link with an opponent link on the map. So where would you like to swap? Okay, so let us handle the administration part of it. So I can see that these are the 2 links that he has decided to swap. Meanwhile, you can place 3 of your links. And okay, we have a nice map once again with all the links nicely in play. So while Ken is deciding on his 3 links, if you have just joined us, you're not too late. We are coming to the most exciting part of the game because the game is reaching its climax. You're watching the live playthrough of Fly Away. This is a collaboration between ABG and Tuber. And if you haven't backed the game, take a look at the beautiful artwork of what you're seeing on screen now. They are artwork of birds, and that's what the game is mainly about, is helping birds migrate along their migratory route, their autumn migratory route. So click on the link in the description box to back the game today if you haven't. So Ken, while I'm speaking, have you placed your link?
Yep.
So let's just see. He's still completing his link. He's going at this area. No, he's moving up. So he has placed 2 links. And of course, he's able to start placing links at this location. One of the reasons is because he actually used his Rufus-headed Robin's ability. Let's just take a look at that card again. Rufus-headed Robin allows him to swap one of his existing link with an opponent's link. So that's what he did exactly. He has swapped his link with Harvey's link over here.
There, that's my 3rd link.
Okay. So with that, is there anything that have been saved? I don't think so. So do you have any other cards to play? Or we'll move
Just a
on?
moment.
Let's move on.
Is it white connecting?
I think the white is connected.
Let me see. Sorry. Let's just trace white's route downwards. Okay, it's going down. 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 And yes, we have a link for the white bird. So this bird actually would score 23 points. So of course, let's just count the points since Ken actually have managed to save this. So there will be 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 points. So Ken is going to be scoring 30 points. He'll move up from 64 to 94. And who else is going to score points as a result of it? For Daniel, he's scoring 1, 2, 3, 4. So Daniel has 4 points. Moving up to 38. Wing Sun has 1, 2. Let's just zoom in and take a look. 3, 4, 5. So Wing Sun has 5 points. So moving him up to 34. And does Harvey score anything as a result of this? Yes. Harvey has 1, so Harvey will score 1 point. And Ken can actually draw a Winged card as a result of saving this powerful Far Eastern Curlew. And before we actually get to flip the Catastrophe card, we can see something at play right here. So you guys can see Ken actually have 6 birds. He has managed to fill up his entire player board. And with that, we should be at the end of the game because, as I mentioned earlier, there are 3 ways to end the game. One of the methods is actually having 6 birds. So with that, let's see if any player has any end game points tabulation. For Wing Sun's bird doesn't give him any end game points. For Ken, this one is snaked. This one doesn't have any effect. Chinese Crested doesn't give him any effect. Bear's Pochard doesn't give him more points, and neither does Far Eastern Curlew. So let's just take a look at Harvey's birds. So Harvey's Siberian Ruby Throat doesn't do anything, and the Black Bazaar also doesn't give any more endgame points. So after almost 2 hours of fly away on Tabletopia, and of course this is because, to be honest guys, when we are playing tabletop games, it's a lot easier to play on the table instead of on the digital platform. But nonetheless, we want to give you guys the first look of how this game plays on a live playthrough. We have our winner. So our winner, Ken! Ken is the winner of the game. Ken, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you for the game. I really enjoyed it. I hope to play again soon. So thank you for the other players. And thank you for the...
And of course, what Ken has won himself is he will have 2 copies of his game. Yeah, instead of him needing to pay for shipping or migratory costs, they're going to be automatically free of charge migrated over to Ken's place if he have ordered up to 2. Yeah, so the shipping of the 2 copies will be free for Ken. And guys, with that, we have come to the end of the live playthrough. I'd like to thank all the players and of course Team Tuber for the collaboration. And of course, one more time towards the end, if you haven't backed this wonderful game, please go ahead and check out the description box below. The link is there. Go on to the Fly Away Kickstarter page. Make sure you back the game if you haven't already. And hopefully, this game will appear in your table someday soon. So we have come to the end of the live playthrough. If you like the video, give the video a like. Share it with your friends so that they know of a new wonderful game. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to us at Amateur Board Gamer. The button to subscribe is actually at the bottom right hand side of the screen. Or you could actually click it, the subscribe button there, turn on the notification bell, so you can actually get our video as soon as they are out. And with that, thank you for watching guys. We'll see you again soon.